up?
Hi.
How you doing? You good?
Do y'all know each other?
Yeah, I just met him backstage.
Okay, good. Hi.
What's going on? Yeah. Hey,
Congratulations.
thank you so much. Appreciate you.
How you doing? Nice to meet you.
The BET Awards took a sharp left turn when Kendrick Lamar flamed comedian Druski live on stage, and the whole crowd felt it. It started off innocent enough. Druski was doing his usual roast bit, throwing light jabs at celebs. But then he got bold. He took aim at Kendrick, clowning his quiet demeanor during rap beefs, and even dissing his fashion. Big mistake. Out of nowhere, Kendrick marched on stage with a mic in hand, no smiles, no warning. And what came next? Straight heat. Kendrick dropped a raw, unrehearsed freestyle that shut it all down. He tore into Druski for chasing clout, lacking originality, and thinking comedy would shield him from lyrical smoke. In less than a minute, Kendrick flipped the whole room. The crowd went crazy. Druski tried to laugh it off like it was all jokes, but you could see it on his face. He was cooked. His energy collapsed in real time. Even the celebs in the front row were looking at each other like, did that just happen? Kendrick walked off calm, collected, and unbothered, leaving Druski stammering with zero comeback. Within minutes, the internet exploded. Fans were calling it Kendrick's ultimate mic drop moment. Memes of Druski's frozen expression flooded every timeline. What was supposed to be a playful segment turned into a brutal reminder. Kendrick Lamar does not play about his name, on stage or off. Crazy part, the BET Awards feel legendary, but they're really only as old as Kai Cenat. And now Kendrick just gave him a moment that'll go down in history. Kai Cenat was everywhere, live streaming the entire BET Awards like it was the Super Bowl. And honestly, it kind of felt like one, especially compared to how quiet award shows been lately. Back in the day, the BET Awards hit different. They weren't about chasing pop charts or radio-friendly acts. They were all about the culture, hip-hop, R&B, soul, genres that the Grammys and American Music Awards always seem to shove to the side. You go to one of those shows, and it's all Taylor Swift this, Taylor Swift that, like you just walked into a mall in the suburbs. But BT, they gave real artists their flowers. The energy used to be wild, the performances unforgettable, and the vibes untouchable. And even though the BET Awards haven't made much noise over the last decade, this year they definitely tried to shake the table. Kevin Hart came through hosting. Kendrick Lamar swept the night.
What the fuck?
Good to meet you. Good to meet you on Michael's stage. Nice to meet you. Fun sending you guys down the
with 5 awards, matching his Grammy wins. But the real twist, the performances leaned heavy into nostalgia. Before we even get to Kendrick's wild moments, it's worth looking at who touched the stage this year. Back then, getting a BET performance slot was earned. Only the hottest names made it. Now, the lineup ain't as elite. The biggest active star to hit the stage was Playboy Carti. And let's be real, he's popping, but he ain't no icon yet. To top it off, Bet threw it way back to celebrate 25 years of 106 and Park. That throwback lineup was packed. Ashanti, Jim Jones, Keisha Cole, T.I., Bow Wow, B2K, even Jermaine Dupri. It was a full-blown time machine on stage. Mariah Carey and Lil Wayne both hit the BET stage with performances that had the crowd locked in. Mariah brought that diva presence, and Wayne came through with pure energy. But that wasn't all. A heartfelt tribute to Quincy Jones lit up the night with icons like Babyface, Ludacris, and Tank teaming up for a powerful moment that had folks in their feelings. Then came the surprise hits. T-Pain stepped in with his signature sound. Snoop Dogg had the crowd bouncing with a medley only he could pull off. And Kirk Franklin brought the gospel wave that shook the room with spirit. Bet definitely leaned into the throwback vibes for this 25th anniversary show. And that move says a lot about where music and award shows stand right now. These used to be the biggest nights in the game, where careers got crowned and legends were born. But things have changed. With cable basically fading out, it's tough for shows like BET or even the Grammys to hold people's attention like they used to. Now, most folks catch the good part.
Yo, the air conditioner.
Crazy. Kev, your room big as
And there's sunlight in my room, man. What? Oh, they don't like noise and in my room. Now we're about to do some crazy shit. Close the door. Everybody close the door. Everybody chill out. Huh? I need to show the chat how I got control. That's important for the chat to know. I'm serious.
Starts through quick clips on TikTok, Twitter, or YouTube. That shift means fewer live viewers, smaller ad dollars, and tighter budgets, which makes it harder to lock down the biggest artists for the main stage. If award shows want to stay relevant, they got to stop fighting the change and go all in on streaming. The old format just ain't cutting it no more. If BET really wants to level up, they need to stop playing it safe and start live streaming through platforms that actually move numbers. Amazon Music, YouTube, even Twitch. The blueprint's already out there. Just look at Kendrick Lamar's pop-out concert. That event was massive, packed with A-list talent, and broadcasted live on Amazon Prime. And why did it work? Simple. Corporate money backed it. These streaming giants are throwing serious cash at exclusive events. They're hungry for content that pulls in views, and that's a game traditional cable just can't win anymore. The audience is online now, and if award shows want to stay in the conversation, they better catch up fast. But streaming is only half the problem. The other issue? Creative direction. Everything's starting to feel like a rerun. From recycled song samples to retro-heavy lineups, it's clear the industry's playing it safe by banking on nostalgia. And this year's BET Awards felt split right down the middle. You had fresh faces like Kyson.
You is?
Boy, you fresh.
Nah, you fresh, right?
With the watch on.
That's what I'm with the watch. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
What you doing here, boy?
I want to be seen.
You a fool, boy. Hey, what you doing here, boy? What you doing?
That Kendrick Lamar, Sexy Red, and Playboy Carti bringing that new wave energy. But everything else? A straight throwback. It was like flipping between 2025 and 2005 every other segment. And that kind of highlights the real issue. Outside a handful of names, who's really hot enough to carry a full show? Even if BET had a huge budget, would the new gen lineup alone bring in enough hype? Right now, it's Kai, Kendrick, Carti, and a couple viral stars keeping the stage alive. Everybody else? Feels like the industry's still searching for the next wave and struggling to find it. It sounds wild, but at this point, someone like Kai Cenat could pull more viewers than most of the rappers actually performing. And that's not shade. It's a sign of something deeper. The culture in music feels like it's stuck. Not many artists are shaking things up or consistently owning the headlines anymore. And when that energy fades, you end up with award shows leaning hard on nostalgia or calling the same 5 names just to keep people watching. Still, this year it kind of worked, and that's mostly thanks to Kendrick. He showed up, made noise, and gave folks a reason to tune in. And now, he just made history again. Kendrick officially extended his lead as the most awarded rapper in BET history. He's now sitting at 37 wins. That's crazy compared to the rest. Jay-Z's got 25, Drake's at 24, Kanye's holding 19, Wayne has 16, and Cardi B trails with 14. But here's what really stands out.
Oh, you don't like it?
Put on Netflix. Couldn't cook.
Still, it worked this.
Look at who keeps winning Best Male Hip-Hop Artist. It's the same rotation year after year. Yeah, that shows how dominant they are, but it also exposes a bigger problem. Where are the new voices? Where's the fresh energy that's supposed to be taking the culture forward? Making it through this awards cycle without a wave of new stars speaks loudly about where the scene's really at and the future. Still looking uncertain. Back in the early days, the BET Awards kept it fresh. In 2001, Jay-Z took the crown. Then it was J. Rule's turn, followed by 50 Cent's explosive rise. Then Jay came back. After that, it bounced between Kanye and T.I., with Lil Wayne jumping into the mix like a storm. Once Drake showed up, the momentum shifted again, but everything really changed after Kendrick Lamar dropped Good Kid, M.A.A.D. City. From that moment on, the competition narrowed down. It's been the Kendrick versus Drake show for over a decade. Year after year, it's been one or the other, and nobody else even came close. The only real shakeups in that streak were rare. Nipsey Hussle broke through in 2019, and DaBaby plus Lil Baby had quick flashes of dominance in the early 2020s. But since 2022, Kendrick's been running the table, and that's where the real lack of variety shows. Back in the 2000s, you had new kings every year. 50 Cent, Kanye, Wayne, Ja, Jay. Now, it's just two names hogging the spotlight. No fresh blood, no surprises. As for this year, Kendrick cleaned up again. He walked away with 5 awards. Album of the Year for GNX, Video of the Year for Not Like Us, which already won at the Grammys. Best Collaboration with Luther, Video Director of the Year alongside Dave Free, and of course, Best Male Hip Hop Artist. With GNX making waves like this, don't be surprised if it takes the Grammy for Album of the Year too. Kendrick's not just winning, he's dominating. Right now, there's nobody in hip hop or even music in general putting out an album that hits like Kendrick's latest. He's still running the game, and until a new wave really crashes in, that top spot is locked in. Truth be told, GNX might be the hardest hitting release of the entire 2020s so far. Yeah, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers had deep personal layers, but GNX, it's got replay value for days. It's the one project folks keep spinning again and again. Raw, sharp, and unforgettable. But Kendrick's night wasn't just about stacking trophies. There was also a super awkward, unexpected moment that had fans buzzing, and it involved Druski and Kai Cenat. Now for context, Druski and Kai, they've been big-time Drake supporters, constantly showing love during their streams, making jokes, reactions, everything. While there's never been any confirmed collab or business deal, fans have long speculated that their loyalty runs deep. Some say it's just admiration, others think it's bigger, like Drake's whole influence shaped their come-up. So during the BET Awards, Kai was live streaming everything, moving around the venue with Druski. And then it happened, Kendrick popped up unexpectedly. His first live appearance in years. When Druski laid eyes on him, the man looked shook like he saw a ghost or something. His face straight up froze. Bet venues aren't that massive, so there's a real chance Druski and Kendrick definitely crossed paths. And with Kai's stream capturing every angle, yeah, there's probably footage of that awkward moment just floating around out there. Judging by Druski's face, he was not trying to have that moment with Kendrick at all. It wasn't a full-blown confrontation, but the tension, you could feel it through the screen. Kendrick didn't even glance their way, and Druski looked visibly uneasy, like he was hoping to disappear into the crowd. That quick little moment blew up online, with fans pointing out the weird energy and speculating on what might have gone down behind closed doors. Whatever it was, it added an unexpected layer of drama to a night that was supposed to celebrate hip-hop's finest. Instead, it exposed just how divided the culture really is, even between entertainers and influencers. No words were exchanged between Kendrick and Druski, but Kai Cenat at least acknowledged Kendrick's presence, and that's worth something. To Kai's credit, he's kept it real in interviews, even told Billboard that while Drake is his friend, Kendrick clearly won the beef. That kind of honesty stands out, especially now when most influencers pick sides based on who they're tight with, not what's actually true. And the irony, in Drake's diss track Push-Ups, he claimed Kendrick was out here begging Kai for support, like he needed streamers to win. But if you watch the awards, there was zero sign those two have ever even had a real convo. No eye contact, no dap, nothing. So whatever begging Drake thought was going down, it's looking more like fiction than fact. Now, switching gears. What's really going on with Young Thug? If this was Young Thug's first award show appearance since getting out of jail, he definitely made sure folks remembered it. Thug hit the red carpet wearing a full face mask, flipping off cameras like he wasn't here for the circus. But then, he never even went inside the venue. That red carpet moment was all fans got. No performance, no appearance, nothing. Reportedly, Thug told both Kai and Druski he didn't even want to be seen, which might explain the mask. Still, the whole thing felt off. Ever since he came home, his music hasn't really hit like people expected. The streets are watching, but the buzz, it's been lukewarm. Now folks are wondering, is his next project gonna deliver or disappoint? It's the same pressure Lil Wayne's feeling with Thought Carter 6. The hype's loud, but so are the doubts. Meanwhile, Kevin Hart took over hosting duties, and he delivered. His comedic timing was sharp, and the chemistry with Kai and Druski was surprisingly solid. The three even shared the stage when Kevin introed Playboy Carti's performance, and that moment brought real energy. That's exactly why BET is leaning hard into streamer culture in 2025. Streamers move numbers. They bring eyes, hype, and viral moments that traditional artists just don't always generate anymore. It's not just about music now, it's about reach. And bringing in creators like Kai might be BET's smartest play yet. Now here's the twist. This whole video had to be reworked. Why? Because the original version got hit with over a dozen copyright strikes, all tied to Kai Cenat's BET live stream footage. No problem with using Kai's footage, but the second clips from Kendrick Lamar's acceptance speech or any official BET show content were added, the video got instantly flagged. So now this whole breakdown had to be reworked. The recap's still coming, but without the visuals from the show, and yeah, that's frustrating. Platforms like BET are still clinging to outdated media rules. It's 2025. Cable's basically a ghost town. The real convo happens online. Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, quick clips, reactions, and stream recaps. But BET's copyright filters, they don't leave room for that. Even though the original edit only had tiny 10-second clips, just enough to show key moments, the algorithm still shut it all down. And here's the irony, those clips help them. They keep the show relevant, spark debates, and bring in new viewers. People don't rush to cable anymore. They get pulled in by viral moments. Even without footage, the highlights still hit. Like Kendrick's reaction to Kevin Hart clowning Druski. You could see Kendrick cracking up, and that laugh said it all. It gave the moment life. No audio needed. Then came one of the night's spiciest jokes. Kevin Hart took a swipe, saying every rapper in the game was begging for a spot on Playboy Carti's next album. And fans instantly clocked it as a slick jab at Kanye West, who's already aired his feelings about being left out of that convo. That's the kind of subtle shade that keeps people talking, even without the clip. Kanye couldn't stay quiet. He hit social media with wild claims, saying Kendrick fans weren't real hip-hop fans and dragging Kendrick and Carti for not blending styles. That jab added even more tension to an already split industry. Between rapper beefs, influencer power, and old-school labels trying to police online content like it's 2005, the BET Awards made one thing crystal clear. The game is changing fast. And speaking of change, we gotta talk about Playboy Carti's performance, because the buzz around it isn't just about the music. Let's be real, his latest album is one of the strongest rap drops this year. Plus, his whole vibe, clearly inspired by 2008 Lil Wayne, had people talking. The outfit, the vibe, the attitude, and yeah, that diamond-covered lollipop, wild. Somebody online joked he was sucking for the sport, not the flavor. And honestly, that might not be far off. But under the jokes, there's a real issue. Carti's performances have turned into pure chaos. His energy is unmatched, and his cult-like fan base eats it up. But when it comes to actual delivery, he barely performs. It's become his thing. No lyrics, no rapping, just letting the track play while he tosses out random ad-libs and sounds. At the BET Awards, it was more of the same. No live vocals, no sync, just vibes and confusion. And to make things messier, there's another cloud hanging over him. People are accusing Carti of using AI-generated vocals on some of his tracks, including the one he performed that night. If that's true, this performance controversy might just be the start of a bigger storm. Sure, those AI-assisted tracks might sound clean, even too perfect, but it opens a real debate. What's the standard now for top-tier artists? Is it cool to hit the stage, barely perform, and let machines carry the load? At what point does it stop being artistry and start becoming straight-up automation? Even Kanye West has been playing with AI in his music, and now with Playboy Carti possibly following suit, this might be the beginning of a whole new trend, one that's got fans split. Some are down for better sound if the quality hits, but others worry it's killing expectations for live performances altogether. And let's not forget, Kevin Hart didn't hold back on that stage either. He fired off jokes at both Carti and Kanye, landing some of the funniest, rawest lines of the night. The crowd ate it up. That moment had reactions flying all over socials. Easily one of the most viral highlights of the whole show. But when it comes to Thought Carter 6, fans were left scratching their heads. The hype was there, but the effort, Kind of felt like a missed opportunity. It didn't deliver that Super Bowl moment impact people were hoping for. Still, Wayne held it down. His stage presence hasn't slipped one bit. He still got it when the lights hit. Overall, this year's BET Awards was a proper nod to 25 years of hip-hop history. The mix of nostalgia, new talent, and tight production brought some real weight back to the show. But one thing's still missing: the return of those legendary ciphers. That was once the heartbeat of BET's rap culture, and it's a mystery why they haven't brought it back yet. Funny enough, it's been brands like Red Bull doing more to keep the cypher energy alive than the platforms built for it. Makes you wonder, why hasn't BET stepped back into that space? Why not Big Tigger or Funk Flex leading the charge again? These are names that shape the culture, and with tools like YouTube and Twitch, they could easily own this new digital wave. Legacy formats like Rap City, The Basement, or 106 & Park would thrive if brought back through the right channels. There's still massive demand for raw, authentic hip-hop. It just needs to be served where the new generation actually watches content. TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, that's where the crowd's at now. Sure, streamers like Kai Cenat bring the numbers, but they're not the gatekeepers of this culture. They vibe with the music, no doubt. But what hip-hop really needs is leaders who understand its roots and can carry it forward with respect and power. That's the gap, and also the big opportunity. If you made it this far, salute. Appreciate you for locking in with the full breakdown. Go ahead and drop a like, smash that subscribe, and sound off in the comments. What did you think of this year's BET Awards? What would bring real hip-hop back to the center stage? Let's talk below. And don't forget, we're just getting started. See you on the next one.